Hi, this is Richard from Scott Country International. Welcome to the Night Vision Show. A nice call from the farmer today to say that the wheat fields over the back of the farm had been cut. And I know for a fact there's foxes going in and out of those fields. I've watched them, and this is my opportunity now to get on top of them. I'm using the Infiray TL35 tube tonight, along with the Gryphon GH35 spotter from HIKMicro. So I'm just going to head out there just now, put the collar in place and get in position, and hopefully bring some foxes out into the fields and get some footage for you. Cheers. So here's the TL35 tube, up close and personal. Really good, easy to use functionality buttons in the top. I press and hold that camera button to make these films. And that scroll wheel at the top is your access to the functionality within the scope, and it's also a brilliant scroll wheel to zoom in on your target. This is my first visitor to the collar, a raven, and it was making a right racket, but it'll probably work because it brought a fox in from the left hand side, and you can see two roe deer in the woods using the Gryphon as well in the picture. It was shortly joined by another fox on the left hand side, and this is through the TL35 tube this time, and they decide to have a good old look at the collar. And then it all kicked off, because you'll see on my right hand side 3 foxes coming in from the right hand side, and this is through the Gryphon this time. And I waited and I waited and I waited. The 2 foxes to the left, they went back into the woods, probably didn't want to scrap with this lot. And eventually fox number 1 made its way into a shootable range. I think at this point it was a really quiet night, no wind, and I think it sensed I was there and it started to make its way from me. So I learnt the next bit from Mark Ripley. I gave it a good old oi to stop it, and sure enough, it stopped. So that was fox number 1 of the night, shortly to be joined by fox number 2, as is often the case. The second one came in to investigate what was going on. I was out to about 150 yards here, but I was prone, so I was confident that I was able to take the shot. And that was fox number 2 in the bag. On the way down to recover both foxes, I spotted this roe doe through the Gryphon, and I could see clearly it's one of its back legs wasn't in a good way. So I moved on to the TL35 tube for a closer look, and was able to identify the back right leg there and isn't in good shape. So I've informed the farmer, and he'll keep an eye on her. He knows all the deer in his ground, so no doubt he'll be able to keep an eye on her, and hopefully she'll recover. But good clarity there on the tube, you can see that there. Fantastic wee scope. And off she goes up the newly cut stubble. The next fox I see was on the skyline, so I couldn't take it at this point. But interesting footage all the same. You can see how clear it is there. You can see its tail at the back. I think it's mousing away there. I moved into a position above it to get a backdrop, and was able to drop it later on. I didn't press record, unfortunately. Here's 2 roe deer getting amorous. The rut is on in Ayrshire. That's a buck and a doe, and he's well interested. But a great night. Thanks for watching.